as it stands in its second iteration, why is the new executive order still defective in your point of view?
Well, it's still discriminatory. It is what it has always been, which is a Muslim ban. And more than being unconstitutional and discriminatory, what this also is something that is causing a tremendous amount of uncertainty and creating real harm for our businesses, for our research institutions, for our colleges and universities, and for major tech companies across this land. And that's one of the reasons why when we filed suit weeks ago and we renewed our lawsuit earlier this week, joining with Hawaii and Washington State, New York, and others, we had standing alongside us leaders from the tech community and from business to say this is wrong and this order has got to go.
You mentioned, of course, that you say it's still discriminatory, but a lot of that thesis is based on past statements from the election campaign made by Donald Trump. How do you distinguish between what was said in the past and indeed the current writing in the executive order?
Well, he still has created a serious issue in denying visas and creating uncertainty about whether or not visas will be renewed. Let me tell you what this means in real terms. We have tech companies here in Massachusetts who are employing employees that have visas. They don't know whether their visas are going to be renewed. We have students at major research institutions like MIT and the Broad Institute who don't know whether they're going to be able to stay on and continue their research, continue their fellowships. We have serious issues not only about, with this order, not only about who's going to be allowed into this country. This order creates problems for those who are already in this country, working, creating to a vibrant tech community and industry in particular. Those interests are at risk. It's why I've spoken with so many business leaders and leaders in tech and leaders in research who said this order is bad for us. It needs to go.
I mean, it's fascinating. Of course, Boston is such a thriving tech hub, biotech hub as well. You talk of course, Harvard, MIT. You've got such an area of growth in terms of the tech needed there and the talent needed there. What are the businesses that you're speaking to saying they're going to have to do if it does indeed still stand? Do you know what the alternatives will be?
Well, they're standing right alongside us in challenging this discriminatory travel ban. Not only is it unconstitutional, but it makes no sense, and it hurts our businesses and our research institution. I'll give you examples. In speaking with heads of our major hospital institutions and research institutions, they right now don't know if they can go ahead and bring over the research fellows that have been hired, the professors that have been hired who want to come and do scholarship here. They have people who currently work for them as researchers and as professors who they don't know if they can continue to keep on because they don't know whether or not they're going to be allowed to fulfill contractual obligations given the president's order. So this creates all sorts of havoc. Tech and life sciences, biotech, they are the driving force in Massachusetts and our economy. They're also a driving force in other regions of the country. You're just talking about Silicon Valley. This hurts. This has an economic impact, and it's why you've seen not only states come forward and challenge what the president has done, you've also seen major businesses and major industries come forward and say, this is wrong. Not only is it not American and consistent with who we are as a nation. You think about the amazing companies that have been built, literally built by immigrants. It's also really counterproductive and harmful to our business interests.
But is it unconstitutional?
Absolutely. I think our arguments are well made. I think that they've been heard in multiple courts today. I'm glad that we will soon see, it appears, a decision from the Hawaii District Court. Other cases are ongoing, and we're just going to continue to press ahead and fight this right to the end because it is unconstitutional.